we haven't won 3 games in one day for a long time, and I thought it might have happened today. But if the bloke in the last quarter had kicked a goal instead of a point, we might have done that. But I guess that's footy, and you can't do much about it. So, Hynes, you're going to have to take the rap for that one, mate. But there you go. But 1 point result today. Could have been better.
Thank you very much, Marbles, and I'm not going to put a damper on today because I don't know about you people here, but I just really thoroughly enjoyed that touching moment. And I haven't been around Pluckett for a long time, but I've been around him long enough to know he's a man of character and a man of someone I respect greatly anyway. So he's a sad loss in terms of not having him here in a player. But I reckon what he left us, all of us here, and in particularly, hopefully the playing group with, is that depth of emotion of what this game's all about. And the game's the game, but when you encapsulate yourself into a club where you got, the bloke who's just left us, who's probably almost going to miss a plane going to China because it's important to him to get here, and more important for him to stand here and deliver his heartfelt feelings towards Plucker and his career, and appreciate what he's done for this footy club. That's what gets you somewhere, and that's what wins you premierships, and that's what gets you through the hard moments, and you stick and you admire each other, and the relationships that Plucker's got with players through his career at the footy club. And I'd recommend anyone goes and talks to him about who he respects and admires the most out of his journey in footy here at East Perth. And I'm telling you, it's going to be people that lay it all on the line, that overcome adversity, and just keep pushing on, and don't put themselves as number one, but they put their teammates and their footy club, and they just contribute towards that. And that's certainly what he does. So well done, Plucker. Enjoy retirement, and keep putting your best foot forward, and keep involved, mate. You're a champion. Our game today, we were unfortunate. We lost by 1 point. There was a lot of things that we could have done, but we didn't. And the only thing that really matters is that we rectify that going forward as a team, as individuals. Sensational to see the league players come and do their work today really, really well. And I suppose one of the real positive signs out of today in terms of the reserves game was some of the younger guys have really stepped up and stamped some real leadership, I suppose, in terms of what they're going to contribute going forward to the footy club. So best players, 4th best player, one of those kids was a young bloke, and I reckon I haven't seen a lot of him playing, Colts. He's been, in and out and injured, and what I've seen I've really liked. And I sort of had only a moment of time with him here at the footy club here a few weeks ago, and I really connected with him. I felt that he's one of those players that's probably got the attributes of what Craig Lancey's got, and I wasn't wrong, and it's a real pleasure to give the 4th best player to Matt Kelly. Third best player today was a player who was dropped, which is not a real nice thing to happen. And I could digress, and I will briefly. I won't try not to make a too long story. But I listened to a bloke speak yesterday. His name was Dale Kickett, and he was a sensational footballer. Played for four different AFL clubs, and settled in Fremantle at the Dockers, and was just a real warrior. Was just a sensational bloke to play footy with. Had enormous talent, but he just had fighting spirit, and everything he'd done was competitive, and it was all he was a club man as well. So it was interesting that he went to 4 different AFL clubs, but he told a story about when he got married, and he went to get married, and he rolled up at the church, and the church was locked, so he couldn't get in, couldn't get married at that church. So he said, "Oh well, not to worry." The person who was going to marry him rolled up, and they got married in the car park. and he had to get a witness. So he ordered some bloke who's playing cricket down at the park to come and get his witness. Said, hang on, I ain't got any thongs and my shorts on, I've got to go and get some pants on. And come back with some pants and some thongs. And signed his marriage certificate, and away they went, they got married. Anyway, moral of the story is that what he was saying along the lines of his footy career is that he got the door slammed in his face many, many times. And it was that ability just to get up, go forth, don't worry about it. That's very much what football is all about, is it's a very tough game, and that's why the characters that stick, that come through and sustain themselves are always people you really want to be around. So, sweetie, you got one of those doors slammed in your face today, and you come up and yeah, you put your best foot forward and had a good game. So, show to you, Perth, and well done. Next best player, I think this kid is right. You know, he's right there where two of our great debut players in terms of what they're offering to the footy club in the last couple of weeks in Artie Burnell and young Shaquille McKenzie. And I'll just make your brother too, Shaquille, down there kicking the footy, nearly hit me in the head on the way up here. And apparently the name's Shaquille. Is that right? Is that how you pronounce it? Shaquille. Anyway, I didn't realise you pronounced it like that. But our second best player is a bloke that really, I think his game today was sensational. You know, he won't cover the stat sheet with with the most possessions, but his effort, his energy, and what he created today is a real exciting talent. And I'm really excited about this kid's future, and that's Chris Warrell. And our best player today is also a player that's just trying to sort of get through the jungle a little bit and find himself. And I think he's holding himself in real good stead. And he played a really good game today. Great contribution. There's lots of areas I'd love to see him developing in terms of getting outside and becoming more extroverted. But sometimes, I played footy with a bloke called David Brown, and I lived with him for a little while, and we called him Mumbles, and you could never understand a word he said. He hardly talked, and when he did, you didn't know what he said, so you shook your head and said, yeah, no worries, mate, whatever. And this bloke's a little bit like that. Not quite as bad as they reckon Jossie Wooden. They used to call him Humphrey because he didn't talk. But anyway, the beauty of our footy clubs is that there's all sorts and shapes and sizes, and we all contribute differently, but the only thing that really matters is how you go about your business out there, and you did a great job today, and that's Ryan Maldenis.
Well done. Thanks for the award first.
What's the eyebrows?
Cheers to the award. Congratulations to the and well done to the Colts on the win. Yeah, it was good when you get a win. It's really good. To the Reddies, I like it today. The second quarter really hurt us, but we did try hard in here, but it wasn't quite the four-quarter effort they were looking for. But to the league boys, well done. Hopefully keep going up from today. Thank you.
Looks a bit like Harry Grant, Julie. Yeah, okay.